COVID-19, also known as coronavirus disease 2019, is a highly contagious respiratory illness caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. It has led to a global pandemic and is characterized by symptoms such as fever, cough, and difficulty breathing.
A new and highly mutated strain of COVID-19 has been detected here in the U.S. Labs have found samples of the variant in at least 10 states, including New York, Oregon, Texas, and Ohio. For now, the strain is rare, accounting for just a small fraction of new COVID cases nationwide. But I want to bring in Dr. Bob Lahita. He's the director of the Institute for Autoimmune and Rheumatic Diseases at St. Joseph Health in Saddle River, New Jersey. Good to see you again, doctor. So, this variant, I know the last variant we were dealing with, I think, was kind of like an offshoot of Omicron. How is this variant similar or different from other strains?
Well, this is a very, Anne-Marie, good morning. This is a strain that tends to mutate a lot, large mutations. So it is somewhat alarming. However, we expected more of an uptick of COVID-19 infections towards the end of August and early September. And as you know, a new vaccine is about to come out. This variant called BA.2.86 is the one where there are large mutations, and it's the one that everybody's looking at. Now, it's been found in wastewater in a lot of countries, and also the airports in this country where people come in, migrants and others from other countries come in, the wastewater in the airports have proven to be positive. However, we have not seen any terrible clinical states as a result of this variant, although it has only been isolated right now, I believe, from 2 patients. But it is present in, as I mentioned, wastewater, and it is a concerning variant as we go forward into the winter.
Okay, so let's talk about why it might be concerning. You know, with the last variant, I think people that got the booster figured they were probably covered because it was kind of connected to Omicron. But is this connected to any of the other ones? And is there a concern that we've all had, our last booster so long ago that we might not really be protected?
Well, there are variants out there called the XBB variants, and this one is related. That's driving really all of the infections currently, Omicron variant. And as you know, and the public knows, most of the infections have been quite mild. And we presume as immunologists that there's herd immunity because everybody's been exposed or has had COVID at some point in the last 3 years. So we're not as concerned as we would ordinarily be going into the winter. And as I said earlier, Anne-Marie, that we didn't see the uptick that we expected. We do see a few patients in the intensive care unit, but all of them have comorbidities like immunodeficiency, they're on cancer chemotherapy, and they're unvaccinated. So those are the people that are at great risk, plus people over 65 who are not in the best of health. You worry about those. This new vaccine, I highly suggest everyone over 65 or who have comorbidities, I suggest they get this new booster, which is going to cover the 2.86 BA variant very nicely.
So chances are this is not going to be the last variant that we see. How concerned are you now that we're heading into the winter? People are going to be indoors. You have, the threat of the flu as well, that we could, particularly if people are not as enthusiastic about getting another booster shot, that we could see, kind of an explosion of COVID again.
Well, that is a concern, Anne-Marie. Of course, the big concern is flu, respiratory syncytial virus, and COVID, the trifecta. If these get into the population and spread rapidly because, as you say, during the holidays, we tend to cluster, beginning at Thanksgiving through Christmas and New Year's. We tend to cluster in warm spaces, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is wearing masks these days that I can see, with exceptions. There is always the possibility that there will be an explosion of infections. We just hope that this virus does not evade immunity. Now, evasion is the key word here. That's the operative word. So we don't want evasion of the immune system, which all of us have and all of us depend on going forward.
Right. Dr. Bob Lahita, thank you very much.
Thanks, Anne Marie.
I wanted to extend my heartfelt thanks for your engaging and informative presentation on COVID-19. Your insights and expertise truly made the session insightful and valuable. Thank you for sharing your ideas to the Ministry of Trade and Business. I believe we all gained valuable knowledge and a deeper understanding of COVID-19. Once again, thank you for your time and effort in sharing your expertise with us. We look forward to future opportunities to learn from you. Best regards, Fuad Jamal.